He told us at halftime, and he didn't go back in the second half.
At that point, you had a big lead. Is it just protecting it, or could you?
I mean, we didn't make that decision based off the lead at halftime. It wasn't big enough, and I have a lot of scars, so no.
How significant, obviously, is this feeling?
I mean, anytime you lose your left tackle, I mean, it's always significant, especially when the guy who backed him up, we lost in preseason. So, we got School, we got Brunskill, guys will have to step it up. Unfortunate for Joe. I know how bad he wants to be out there, but once we accept the injury, at least we'll still get him back later this year.
Would you consider moving to Punchie over?
I doubt it. We'll talk about this stuff tomorrow, but I don't see much of a difference, and you don't want to change two positions when you only have to change one. I don't really know. I couldn't see. I just saw him on the ground.
It seemed like you guys had control of the game right away. It sat on defense and then down and scored. Did you feel like this was your guys? Everything was going right up until the Staley injury?
No, I thought they got a lot of momentum back with our interception. I think that was on second and long. That game, I mean, I thought their team came out playing well. I mean, I know we got that score with the big play to Keese early. But then when they responded with that turnover, I thought our defense really stepped it up because they got the momentum there. I think our defense got them on a 10-yard loss, I forget how, and they ended up missing that field goal. So if there was a chance to change momentum, we made a mistake, then we got it back, and we went down and scored at the end of the second quarter, and then scored on the opening drive of the third quarter, which that's how you lap people like that. So it was nice.
I assume you expect to be better than week one offensively, but almost like 600 yards. Would you expect to be that good?
I mean, I don't think you ever really think of it that way. I mean, football, you always have a chance to. I thought there was a lot of good looks that the guys had, and they made them and made some big plays. And then we had some bad looks. We had a couple broken tackles and things like that where people still got some really good yards. So I thought all the guys played real well, and we kept getting the ball back, which always helps too.
You're balanced throughout the game. Like, as a play caller, do you feel like a rhythm? Like, can you snapshot when you're able to stay on the field like that?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, the more you're out there, and I felt like it seemed like for a while I never had to call a third down play, which means your first and second down stuff's going well, and that's the goal if you can let that stuff play off each other. I mean, when you get to third down, everyone in the league's pretty one-dimensional, but when you're getting good plays on first and second, it'll kind of opens up everything.
Kyle, it really felt like I'm thinking of a couple of plays. The first touchdown to Mostert that was executed so well with the block and felt like the right play. Now, early in the third quarter, that play to Debo down on that sideline. It really felt like in terms of execution, the guys are as sharp as I've seen them in a long time, and maybe in your time here.
Yeah, I mean that's something I feel like we've struggled with, and I think we definitely did versus Tampa a little, and when we got the right looks, the guys were on it. It's you get the right look sometimes, but it's always hard for 11 guys to do it exactly right. It only takes 1 weak link on a play. That's what's so tough about football. And when we got the right looks, the guys executed them very well, made the blocks, eliminated the penalties, and usually when that happens, you get a big play.
Can you give us a quick breakdown of that first touchdown?
It's something we've ran a bunch. You guys have seen. We never hit Marquise on it, but you're just faking a run one way, coming out the other way, and the guy who's usually cutting off the defensive end, so you get the edge, just slips through the whole defense, comes out the backside. Something we've hit Juice on a number of times. But today was Keese. He did a good job of it.
Looking back, what do you think the team did so well over this last week in Youngstown that allowed them to have a performance like that?
I mean, the same things we did the week before. I don't think you want to overrate. Just when you do good, it has all to do with what you do in the week. When you do bad, you obviously messed up in the week. Football's a tough game. I thought we competed our tails off versus Tampa and did a lot of good things. Just didn't quite play as well. Today, I thought was similar. Just to be on the road for 10 days, that adds up. But I thought our guys were juiced today. They came out with a lot of energy. Didn't take us time to wake up. And when we did face some adversity, like the turnover, we got it right back, and guys never blinked.
You said on Thursday that everybody felt really exhausted, but that you expected to really improve Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Was that the case? Did you guys feel more energetic
That's why we did so well, because of our sleep. No, I mean, obviously it's proven now, right? But you have a few tips and stuff and a few turnovers, and then that would have been a bad case. So that's what science says, and today it backed it up well. So I'm sure we'll stick with that.
Does that make you more inclined to stay out east, or either on the East Coast?
Yeah, I tried really hard. because I knew this would be questions after the game. So I talked with Lynch, and we tried really hard to make a decision before the game happened. And we felt like it helped us before the game happened. Now, we would definitely have probably have changed our mind if that score was the opposite. But so the fact that we felt that before the game and the game encouraged that decision, then I feel pretty good about it. We'll just see if our travel guys can get it done. Yeah, definitely. I mean, everyone knows the ability Jimmy has, and he's shown it. It's not just about a guy with talent. It's a guy who has talent, who's played in games and shown everyone he can play at a high level. The more he's out there, I truly believe the better he'll get, even when he does make some mistakes, as long as he learns from them. And I thought we really helped him out today, just having a run game. You know, being able to do that well in the run game really helps you be balanced, takes the pressure off of them, takes a little bit of the pressure off the line in the pass game, and it gets you some cleaner looks. So I thought just as a team, they all did a lot better, and obviously Jimmy did too. I mean, that's good. I mean, all I watched was Debo on the play, so I didn't know that he got hit like that, but that's what you expect. And, you know, he's capable of doing that. He can make the throws. So it was a good job by Debo, beating Kirkpatrick in coverage, and Jimmy threw it on time. That's why Debo was able to run after it. Yeah. Just stuff that plays off other stuff. I mean, we're in that formation a lot, so you just need ways to balance the field out and keep people honest.
How important were these 2 weeks in the big picture in terms of incremental steps, what you guys have done these 2 weeks for where you want to be as an organization?
I mean, it was our first task, so it was everything. You know, I mean, we haven't gotten off to a very good start here in the 2 years that I've been here. So, you know, start out 2-0, especially with 2 games on the road. We know we got some tough games ahead of us. We got one before our bye week. So, I mean, it was huge. We don't want to put ourselves in the hole. We know we had 2 good teams, especially the way Cincinnati played last week. We knew it was going to be tough, and I was just glad the guys in both games. They were 2 totally different games, but I was real proud of the guys. Yeah, we got a good group, you know, and everyone blocked real well. But we got a bunch of guys who can run the ball. We knew we were very happy that we were able to keep Jeff around here because we knew it was a matter of time before we were going to need him. You're never hoping that it's this early, but you always know it's going to be a matter of time. We went through 4 backs last year, and we've already had to do it this year. So the guys stepped up huge, even with, you know, Breida. We took care of him in the second half and tried to let him take away some of the wear and tear on him, and it's a lot easier to do when you got Raheem and Jeff going in there and playing at a high level.
You don't want to overreact as a head coach, but all things considered, this the most encouraging game of your brief head coaching career?
Yeah, in all 3 phases, I would definitely say. I mean, that's, I think, the most decisive win that we've had. I thought we had a pretty good one versus Oakland last year on Thursday night. But just as overall, the whole team, you know, I thought it was real good, and we haven't had too many games that we felt that comfortable for the last 45 minutes.
Couple more. How well has Debo acquitted himself just in early going in this first season?
I mean, he just did what he was supposed to do, so we're happy with him with that. I mean, I'm going to be hard on Debo all the time. This is his second game. Lots of stuff I'm sure he could have done better, but I know when we give the ball to him and we put the ball in his hands, he's as fearless and as tough of a rookie receiver as I've been around. And we're going to have to live, as I told him, with some growing pains, but when you got a guy who plays that physically and isn't scared of the moment and isn't scared of the contact, we're going to be a lot more willing to live with it. No, he's our third, unless CJ's activated. You know, but Dante did a hell of a job on that. You're always nervous with the receivers on it because even if they can't throw, you never give them warning. It's not like they ever warm up or anything like that. But Dante had a lot of poise on it, looked down the field to other people in the route, so he could help open up Debo on the other side. Oh, not Debo, that was the other one. Forget who it was, Raheem, I think. But yeah, it was a good throw. Who's that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, you know, first of all, that was our fault. We wanted to play him more in week 1 than we did, so that was just some oversight on ours. And then the way he practiced this week, he continued to get a lot better. So we went into this game planning to play him more than in week 1, and he earned that. And, you know, whether him and Debo were both starters to us today. It had to do with what plays we were starting with and things like that. But I look at those guys as the same right now.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Locker room's open.